I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Alrighty, here we go. It is the KVJ After the Show podcast. School ain't making it, but we are, baby. We are here today.
We ain't afraid of no storm.
No, we're not. Well, this one's not going to be bad for us, I don't think. Maybe 3 to 5 inches, tops of rain, maybe 1 to 3, not a lot.
That would have been a funny prank call, though, to try to call our boss and tell him that we weren't going to able to come to work today because of the storm.
The storm triggers emotions.
He's so nice, though. He'd be like, oh, okay.
Oh,
He would have just been
okay.
like, all right, that's fine. Yeah.
No, we got to call one of the other ones. We can't call David, the new one. He's too nice.
He would be
We got to call one of the
Yeah, that's
different
fine.
ones.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
He
You know,
would
be
say,
safe.
Take a mental health day, guys. Get ready.
No, he's not the one you call.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, this is a fun little list here. If you've been in South Florida for a while and you've seen what it's like as you've got storms out there and how people react, you definitely can tell people that have been through them before and people that have not, and the attitudes we all take on. It's really unique to be in a place that gets hurricanes, to watch the people. And this is obviously a very sarcastic list, but it says, if you're not from Florida and this is your first hurricane, here are some tips to be prepared. Absolutely grab 12 to 13 gas cans and fill them all up at the same time. Please take at least an hour at the pump to do it. Then post where the gas is still available after you're done filling up. 3, freak out and panic. It's very important, because if you don't, then were you really here? Buy 60 packs of water. Fight an old lady in Sam's Club for them if you have to. Toilet paper is a must. 8 rolls per person per day plus 2 extra. Always, always post on your social media, calm before the storm on your Instagram.
Oh, I love to post that.
Because if you didn't, we wouldn't be aware that it's here if you didn't post it. So please let us know.
Yeah, don't make our show look corny, Virginia.
I'm sorry. I love to go to the beach and post the calm before the storm video.
Says the guy dressed as the shittiest version ever of Beetlejuice.
We can critique each other, can't we?
Yes.
Then go ahead and ask 80 generic questions on your social media that can be answered via simple Google search in local groups. And then please show us the storm, because us stepping outside and looking at it would be a lot different than you posting it. So that's what you will see people do during the storm. Today, I think we're just going to be chill here on the East Coast in South Florida, but the West Coast, may God be with you.
We got good, fat, and sassy weather. It's cloudy. It's wet. It's, some thunder.
Unfortunately, the kids are home, so you can't really have a lot of fun.
This is good. This is good pizza weather. It is.
Mm-hmm. I would expect this weekend's going to be pretty normal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just pretty much business as usual from what I can tell. Now, there are a lot of outdoor shows. Tonight, I'm not sure how good I feel about the Stained, Breaking Benjamin, and Daughtry show at the amphitheater.
Oh, her.
Yeah, I'm getting rained on.
I'm getting blown, and not in a good way.
Yeah. That's a terrible way to be blown. And tomorrow at Pompano Beach Amphitheater, I guess as we get into tomorrow afternoon, Friday afternoon, we should be into normal weather patterns, but I don't know if that's a good thing this time of year. You still might see some rain, but a band called Violent Femmes is going to be there.
Oh, my gosh.
That's Blister in the Sun,
Yeah,
right?
it is. Yeah, it is.
I take one, because you left me, and two. No, sorry.
That's
Yeah.
a blister in my ear.
I saw them way back in the day, mid-'90s, at a place called Roseland Ballroom in New York City. It was right across the alley from the Ed Sullivan Theater, where David Letterman used to tape his show. And it was a legit ballroom. They would have ballroom dancing in there, but they also did alternative concerts.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it just, New York's got a lot of those, kind of cool little trendy places.
Yeah.
And I was standing there watching Violent Femmes, and I looked to my right, and I'm standing right next to Courtney Love. I'm
Whoa.
like, that's so odd.
That's amazing.
Yeah, she was just there just drinking it in.
And then she turned to you and go, "You're hot as shit."
No, she looked over and she like looked annoyed at me. I was like, I started looking at her.
You're in my space, and now you're looking at me.
I ignored her. Yeah, I ignored
You're
the
in my
shit out of her.
space, bro.
I did. I didn't even notice. I just looked over and she looked at me like and scowled. I'm like, all right.
Get the fuck away from me, man.
Don't notice me, peasant.
Well, I'm like, I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to look at you.
I'm gonna kick your ass now
I apologize.
for sport.
Yeah. And then on Saturday at the amphitheater, you got Hootie and the Blowfish.
Dolphins make us cry.
I'd rather go to Violent Films.
I did like.
Hootie had some jams. Yeah.
They had 4 songs I liked a lot.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does some Darius Rucker stuff too. I could see them doing Wagon Wheel.
They gotta do Wagon Wheel.
Yeah, because it sounds like they all get it. And they're like, yeah, we know you're a big country star, but thanks for coming out touring with us a little bit. It's just fun. It's kind of like, it would be like getting back together with your college buds. Because I think that's what they were. They all went to University of South Carolina. And so, yeah, it's just fun. They're like, okay, still like each other.
They were Soccer Mom Rock before
Yeah.
Soccer Mom Rock.
Right.
They were so played on VH1.
They were played a lot.
Big time.
I don't know if they played them. Did they play them on MTV? Or is that too...
No, I think when they first came out, they did. 'Cause,
Okay.
yeah, they were very big mainstream. I mean, that Cracked Rear View was such a huge album in '94.
It was overplayed.
It was, yeah. I mean, hey, just to let you know, we've been overplaying music now for decades.
That's what we do here in the States.
Yeah.
In this business.
You know what? I heard about this. I'd never even heard the story of the origin of Top 40 music as a format. The guys who invented it, they created it because they were sitting in a bar just having some beers, and they noticed that people kept playing the same 4 or 5 songs. They're like, what the hell's going on? But all different people just kept playing the same songs. And like, well, what are we doing? Because we're playing 80,000 songs, just playing anything. Maybe we need to trim down that playlist and not play more than the top, I don't know, let's say 40 songs. And that's how Top 40 was born. These two guys
Wow.
created it by observing human behavior.
It does work. I want to fight it, but I mean, I'm on the wrong side of the argument. They've proven it works.
Yeah. Also with Hootie, you've got Collective Soul, which is a band I loved in the mid-'90s. I listened to them a lot.
I can see you with some Doc
Yeah.
Martens on.
Yes, I did. I had Doc Martens listening to Collective Soul. They are a band that, at least for me, I would say they've got more songs than you would think that are pretty good.
The World I Know
Great
is
song.
my effing
Yes.
jam. Because I was living in New York City and they sing about New York City in that song at the time. And I would like, oh, it's speaking to me.
Right.
Collective Soul, you know me.
Can you give me
Yeah.
a taste of that song?
Well, I walked upon high and I stopped at the edge to see the world below.
Oh, I know that song.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a world I had no.
So they were,
Oh, it's the world I know.
were they kind of soccer momish too?
Yeah.
in a sense. I mean, they had some really good guitar riffs. They did, Shine,
Yeah, okay.
big one, but songs like Heavy had really cool little riffs on it, but they had the underlying feel of Soccer Mom. They sounded
yeah.
Soccer Mom, and they were like, if Soccer Mom went crazy and spiked her hair out a bit.
It had 2 wine coolers.
Yeah, two, yeah. That was
Getting crazy
Remember
there.
that?
Yeah.
Don't scream aloud. Don't think aloud. Just open your head and just spit me out.
Spit Me Out.
It's like Puss Rock. Yeah.
It
It is.
is.
Yeah, because anybody who's like really into hardcore, they'd be like, "What?"
I'm
Collective
not.
Soul?
That's not an insult. Puss
No,
Rock.
I
but
get it,
There's
yeah.
a place in the world for Soccer Mom Rock.
Yeah.
This is a guy with a puss who's saying it.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
he does like it.
I love the pussiest of music.
Yeah. Why Part 2? Yeah, December was a big song for them. So yeah, that's probably who I'd want to see more than Hootie. And then Edwin McCain is going to be there as well.
Oh, I like him
Yeah,
too.
nice.
Yeah, they're friends, I think. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think that's what it is. So yeah, that's cool.
That's a sing along ass night.
Yeah, it is. That would be a fun little show. I mean, hopefully the weather holds out.
Oh, I'd be so drunk. The people sitting around me would just fucking hate me.
Oh my gosh.
I'd be singing so loud.
Drunk Gollum.
Yeah.
That's how it was at Bare Naked Ladies. God bless her. Bless her heart. Bless her very drunk heart. I mean, her overserved heart. It sounded like somebody was fucking strangling a Muppet. and there were parts too where it gets kind of quiet, and
That's when I was sipping.
it just was so. Then at one point we were in a spot we weren't allowed to be at. I don't know, man.
Somebody texted in and said the Stain concert canceled tonight.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at that.
And I don't know if there's any other way you're going to do that. I mean, that would be so not right. It'd be so wet, so nasty. So there you go. The other ones, though, I think are still going down.
It is kind of nerve-wracking to play an instrument thinking you might get electrocuted.
Yeah. Somebody noticed on a screenshot the commercials that we are running to promote the Taylor Swift contest. We did some video stuff on social media, but they're saying the way they did the thumbnail of Jaybird on this looks like he is busting one out.
Oh,
I
yes.
mean, is that an O face right
That
there?
is
What sucks
such
about
a cummy face.
Yes.
what sucks about that too.
Somebody said, "All right, give me cummy," and that's what he
Give
just.
me
Yeah,
cummy. I mean,
that was the instruction that we got from the director.
Little cummy bear.
are you giving or taking?
It looks like both is going on. I don't know.
Yeah, front and back.
And what also sucks about that is that's during the Bertle juice stunt, so I had to go take off all of the makeup, but I couldn't get it off, and it's in my white beard, so
It made your white beard whiter.
I look like I'm a fucking mime.
Papa Smurf, y'all.
I couldn't get it out of my
Here
beard,
comes Santa.
so I look extra old, and I'm coming, so I just look like this old cum guy.
You're old porn.
Yeah, it's terrible. The look of me, and the commercial's great.
Yeah.
I'm talking about me. I'm the one that brought everything down.
Got an email from Danielle. She said, I was listening to your show on repeat, and you mentioned brothels in neighborhoods.
Yes, scandalous.
Yeah, the Lake Worth Beach was the story where they'd had them, and they were advertising through cards. I don't know what the code was. That I didn't get out of it. Maybe I think it had a QR code on it that actually took you to a link that kind of let you know what it was. But, you know, it was in Spanish, and it was about, you know, la comida and, you know, food. It made it look like, you know, you'd be able to get tacos or something.
It had a picture of that Jaybird cum face on the card, is what I heard.
Right, yeah.
Said, hey, you want to look like this?
Not gonna lie, real bummed out about that thumbnail, guys.
Yeah.
That's a cum nail.
I mean, it's just wow when the odds are against you.
And so she said a couple of years ago in my neighborhood here in Boca, the house across the street from me was rented. And every Friday to Monday, there would be so many cars coming and going.
Oh, yeah, it's a weekend pussy party.
Men and women would get out of their car with small bags or suitcases. Some of the cars stayed overnight as others would come and go. This went on for about a year, and I'd met the neighbor a few times. Very nice. One night, a random car parked in front of my house, and I just so happened to be out front with a girlfriend of mine. He said, you ladies come to the party? And we said, well, yes, we will. So when we show up at the neighbor's front door, he realized it was us, and he said, yeah, do your husbands know that you guys are here? And we're like, oh, yeah, we're fine, although they didn't. We went in, and it was a sex swinger party.
What?
They were serving alcohol, drugs were offered, naked men, some of them with boners were just walking around, naked women.
Was Diddy there?
No Diddy. Doesn't say anything about it, at least. Talking, walking, dancing, going into private rooms with each other.
The crabs from everyone's pubic hair was kind of walking around.
They said,
I love crabs at a party, but not that kind.
They said we stayed for about 2 hours, had a couple drinks, tried on 10-inch heels. We had a blast. We go back to my house where our husbands were, and they asked, where you guys been? And I said, the swingers house, I answered. And my husband said, I knew that's what they were, and that it was the sex house. Our husbands didn't care at all. They thought it was hilarious, and my girlfriend and I had one heck of an experience. Such a fun night.
I don't know, man. Everyone's private parts just out kind of hanging around.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
So when you go to an orgy or a sex party, you can just hang out and watch
Yes.
and not be involved?
That's part of the thrill for some of them. They like being watched.
Okay. Can you just be, I'm going to be in the corner tugging it guy? Does that work?
I think you have to. I don't know if you can just be a guy. I don't think I can go as Bertlejuice and go, I'm just here to tug it and watch, y'all. I don't think they'd let that fly.
Yeah, the guy
my
over there
God.
with the face paint on, just tugging it, watching us and moaning is kind of weirding me out.
Now, if I brought a girdle juice with me, a girl, or a dude, I'm
Girdle juice. That is the most disgusting name.
Yeah, can I drink your girdle juice?
Hey kids, you guys want some girdle juice?
You know what? But I know for next week's You Suck Shop what we're doing.
Girdle juice.
Girdle juice.
This couch is bringing out a gross dark side of me. I apologize, y'all.
One more day.
One more day and it's over. I'm out of this prison.
Oh, man.
I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be a good thing to do. Talking about promotions we should probably never do again. Alex and Vero's like, hey, we got to bring back pumpkin darts.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, my
Hell yeah.
gosh.
Let's do that shit.
If you're in, I'm in.
Dude, if you're all in, I'm in.
Mess. I don't know.
Come
I
on.
might be the guy that sits in the corner and just tugs it.
Make me
That's fine. Me and Bertledum will do it. We'll totally play pumpkin darts again.
We'll
Yeah.
play Pumpkin Privates.
I remember we threw that dart and it stuck in my chest. Oh, my gosh. Yes, Virginia threw a dart and it went right into my chest and embedded. It was sticking right out. I'm like, it hurts so bad.
In case you don't know how you play pumpkin darts, you hollow out a pumpkin and you put it on somebody's head. Like they wear it as a full face mask. And then their friend, who stands about 10 feet away, you spin that friend around like 10 times. You give them 3 darts, and then they have to bink, bink, bink really quick, try to make the darts in the pumpkin.
Do we want to go full frontal this year? Where we go privates? We go with the crotch?
Naked?
Well, we don't go naked, but maybe where I don't know.
What's going on?
I don't understand what you're saying. I'm
what's
trying
going
to
on
help
here.
you, but you're confusing the fuck out of me.
What?
I think a couple things is going on. I think Eric forgot how to play pumpkin darts.
I just explained it.
I was too busy thinking about pumpkin.
Stop
I wouldn't
thinking
listen to a word you were saying.
Thinking about pumpkin
I
privates.
just explained it. Do you really want to put the hollowed out pumpkin on your dick?
I didn't think it's Bertlejuice talking. It's not me, man. I'm so sorry to everyone. Everyone involved in the last 90 seconds. I apologize.
All right, so we have to think about this, but
I'm in. Whatever you guys want to do.
we're open to discussions of bringing back pumpkin darts, Kevin. I think you know that we're crazy enough.
And you don't even have to play if you don't want to.
No, you can sit in the corner and tug
You
it.
can be tugging.
I mean, yeah, just don't mind me.
You can be tugging.
We will just play for your amusement. He'll wear something sexy.
I like it. I have to work on the new rules of pumpkin privates. Different game, different bit.
Yeah.
The pumpkin dart X-rated version.
You're right. That means you'd have to have your privates out and I guess throw darts at your dick. I wear a pumpkin head. That's sick.
I think this will do really well on social.
Bird, you're the only one playing.
That would be, because we keep in mind, we did that. Do we have KVJ TV when we did that first?
We would.
I think we did video it.
We did.
Did we put it, we have Facebook then? Was that it? Or
God,
what
I
did we do with the
have no
video?
idea.
No,
Yeah.
we would put it sometimes up on YouTube, and sometimes we'd upload it on our Station One website.
Okay.
We got to figure out where we put that up where it won't get a shadow banned because they'll be like, oh, this is unsafe.
That would, yeah. I don't know how that would fly on social media.
So YouTube seems to not give a shit if you're gonna harm yourself, but don't make it
All right.
sexual.
That's my thing then, YouTube.
Odd. Yeah, and
And-
TikTok is all
TikTok
about
banged
everything,
us
yeah.
yesterday for the drinking. We have a violation on TikTok.
What, the little kid drinking?
Yeah, they said it violates their guidelines, drinking and kids and all that stuff. So we had one violation there, and we might have a second one because the video after talks about cocaine, and they sometimes don't fuck around about drugs and alcohol on TikTok. And
Back to back, we got kids doing alcohol and grown-ups doing cocaine.
It's back to back.
Those whacked out news stories, yeah.
It's back to back. Yeah, we had
That's it. What's so weird to me, though, is those are news stories that
Right.
ran
I know.
on local news. And you know how sanitary local news is.
Right.
That's where those clips came from. Like, TikTok is going to be banning stuff that you would show on broadcast FCC airwaves. That's really insane to me.
a lot of it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
Because the Chinese are running it. It's not even run in America.
Yeah, that's kind of nutty to me.
It makes no sense.
If I was sitting there like going, well, they're showing this on broadcast American airwaves.
And you can say things like unalived and you won't get dinged, but if you say dead, you get dinged.
Only thing I can think of with our clip, and I didn't listen to it, is that did we add any commentary that would allude to where we are promoting, or the news comes across as, oh, this little girl, blah, 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 is drinking. We might have had a comment in there, and I'm wondering who might have said.
I would definitely always allude to, yes, do your drugs before the cops pull you over.
What it said was bad mom, condemned it, and Virginia, the only thing she had said was that kid's going to be great when she gets to college. But there was nothing about, yeah, cool, kids are drinking.
That TikTok will say, promoting drinking.
Yeah, that's really dumb that you flag something like that.
Kevin, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Believe me, I've been frustrated with all of that stuff. When you work on a video and they shut it down on a violation after you've edited it and you don't see what you've done wrong, it makes me want to fucking rip off my hair.
They had it on World News Tonight on ABC this morning. They were showing the clip of the girl drinking and their comment. I'd be like, oh my gosh, yeah.
So what's the big deal, TikTok? It's on ABC.
Yeah.
We've had several violations where we didn't think we deserved them.
Well, it just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
No,
It's very dumb.
Yeah, it is very dumb.
All right, so we're taking pumpkin dick to YouTube.
Well, I'm afraid to do anything sexual on YouTube. I'm afraid to do anything about drinking or drugs on TikTok.
Right.
It's got me all fucked up.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Got an email from Alex. Said, anybody heard from Suits lately? How is he doing?
That is a good question. I haven't talked to him in a couple of weeks. I'll send him a message.
Uh-oh.
Check in with him.
Did he fall into some PA poon?
I think that's what I'd like to know. It sounds like the job's going well. He really loves it. The benefits, the pay, him running the train is something he's training for. So he seems like he loves the career move. There are no regrets. To me, the bigger question is socially, how are you liking Philadelphia? And he's been up there since it's been warm. He's going to, for the first time, deal with winter.
That's true. This will be his first time ever in the winter because he's never lived anywhere but in South Florida. Back in the middle of August when I was talking to him, he said, it's amazing how nice it is here. No humidity. It's 70 degrees right now. I can't believe this is August. And he asked about Jaybird. He asked about your hip replacement. And I said, yeah, bet you our bitch is broken. I need to get a hip replacement.
I'm in my prime. I'm feeling today.
You're feeling?
I'm feeling.
What are you feeling?
Not feeling good, not feeling bad, just feeling.
I'm feeling. I'm not numb, Kevin. No, I'm just kidding. No, I feel good.
Okay.
All right.
Well, since you feel so good, I'll give you a really depressing email here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Is it from Virginia?
It's about a guy who lost his 18-year-old dog. And he's down in the dumps about it. It's somebody dealing with their best friend who's going through it. And they carry guilt of not letting the dog go on their own instead of putting the dog down. Dog was blind, had dementia, having multiple episodes of pancreatitis. You know, look, my dad recently went through that. My dad loves dogs, and his vet said this dog is in misery every single day, and they have the option to do that. My dad went through the exact same thing about guilt, saying I should have just let the dog pass on its own. But to me, I just said, defer to a veterinarian. Their job is about a pet's comfort and doing the right thing for animals. They love animals.
And look, I think it's natural to feel guilt on both ends, which I absolutely did with my with Chewy. I felt the same way that they felt. Did I cut him too short? Then I thought, did I let him go on too long?
I want to be cut short. If I'm living in pain and miserable, cut me short. What am I live a week longer and be horribly in pain?
I just both of our lives seem to have diminished together. By my Chewy suffering so bad, then I started to suffer, and I just the vet told me, he's like, yeah, man, it's probably time for you to put him away. And the way I finally had a little bit of peace with it is that at least he wasn't in pain anymore.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But it is such a emotional thing to go through because you can't talk to your animals. You can only guess what's going on in their head. Humans, a lot of times we can communicate with one another. When you're trying to guess what's wrong with your animal and you love your animal so much, it's a very tough thing to go through.
Well, Cesar, the pet whisperer, can talk to them.
Yeah, he's great. But don't beat yourself up too much. It's normal what you're going through.
Yeah, I would be that way, that if every day I am in this world that I don't know and I'm in pain, take me now, Lord.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I'm the same way, because what are you going to do? Live a couple more weeks, but you're in bed, you're struggling, you're hurting, you're pissing and shitting yourself. Like, the end is horrible.
They'd had a story this week. There was a woman that chose this new capsule. There was a doctor that has created it.
Suicide pod.
Yeah, and she went, and they said it was out in the woods in Germany somewhere. There's some places where you can kind of skirt this issue a little bit. And
You get in and you do it yourself.
Yeah, she put herself in, she closes the capsule, and what it does, it takes out the oxygen. I guess replaces just left is nitrogen, which you can't breathe. You just get tired, you go to sleep, and then that's it. It ends your life. Apparently, it's not a bad transition. It's not traumatic. It's about the easiest way you can go, and this woman chose to do it. If that were the way, if you could just fall asleep and then never wake up again, yeah, I think a lot of people would probably choose that if every day of their life was pain and there was never any way it would be cured.
I'll get the one pill that only works like 87%. So I'm 87% dead, but I'm still conscious to go, shit, I'm only 87% dead.
You take it and all of a sudden you feel really good. You're like, wait a minute, I feel great all of a sudden. Hold on. Ugh.
That would suck.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
I'm cool with it too, man.
Yeah.
If you know that you're living in terrible pain,
Yeah.
who am I to tell anybody how to live their life?
If you have
You're not.
zero quality of life, I think that you should be able to make those choices about it.
Totally.
I'm all for it.
If you're of sound mind,
Mm-hmm.
but you're in pain physically, let people make their choice.
Yeah. Now I get to make the choice. You can't ask my wife.
Oh my gosh, she'll kill you this weekend.
Kevin's in so much pain right now.
Yeah, Kevin's not going to make it to work on Monday.
He said he was in pain.
I love this. Jennifer had sent this in. I'd never heard of cherophobia. There's so many phobias out there. When you have cherophobia, you have a belief that as soon as you become happy, something bad has to soon occur to kill your happiness. Could you imagine being in that place at any moment that you start to feel happiness? You're like, oh no.
Uh-oh, it's
oh,
coming.
No.
I think you become a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so much of it's your mindset.
Yes.
There are people who are afraid to get good news because they think the way the universe works is that they're about to get bad news now, and they can never really enjoy that.
That's a shame.
That's rough, huh?
It is
Crazy. Yeah, I guess people go through that.
there's like you're saying, there's all kind of different phobias out there.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jeremy said, I got to go to the Champions Beer Fest and meet the gorgeous Virginia.
Whoa.
Is that a different Virginia?
No, it's me.
Oh, that's
Same
you.
one.
Oh, sorry.
That's fucking cold.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
I've seen a lot of Dickie Ranch
I
this
know.
week.
That's a terrible comment.
I actually
That's
loved
a
it.
terrible comment.
I like when we get a.
Look, I dish it out to you enough.
Oh, I know. You're right.
deserve it.
Every now and then, I got to be like, yeah, the ratio's still way off, but yeah.
Dickie Ranch is in town for the
Every now
winter,
and then.
for the fall, and I
Well,
like it.
I'm capable.
He blew in for the storm.
So he said, I had an amazing time. I got to buy her a shot of tequila. You guys are so lucky to be graced by her beauty and presence every day. Jason, I hope you like the T-Rex.
He's the one that gave you
Oh.
that dinosaur.
I do love it. I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much.
Such a cool person. Such a sweetheart.
Very kind. Mm-hmm. Has a place in the dinosaur garden.
Nice.
And Danielle said, I have a significant other, or I'm sorry, not significant, it's a 5. Vision's going. A 5-year-old who is obsessed with Bigfoot. You know the type. Anyway, my son loves the Bigfoot, and this summer we took a detour on our way to North Carolina and stopped in Georgia where there's a Bigfoot museum, sort of a mecca for my son Palmer.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's a
And
cute name.
words spread throughout town of a little boy looking for Bigfoot, and it finally reached the real Bigfoot, and he came knocking on our hotel room door.
Ah, that's so cool.
Still talks about it.
That is amazing. That's an
Yeah, that's
awesome
cool.
costume, too.
Aw.
Uh-huh. That's pretty cool.
I love it that he's obsessed with Bigfoot. That's adorable.
I love it that the whole town got in on it and they brought a Bigfoot to his hotel room.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Aw.
So there you go, and look at the smile he has on his face there.
What a cutie.
I mean, that was about the age I became obsessed with Bigfoot. I couldn't believe. My dad told me about him, and I couldn't believe it.
Oh, really? That's
I
how it all
couldn't
began.
Believe it. Yeah.
So Palmer, take a look at this guy. This is going to be you in
Here's your future.
35 years.
I'm so sorry.
Get ready, kid. It's coming.
It's a lonely path.
Yeah. It's a coming. Oh, man. You said you ran into some KVJ Nationers that were talking about mermaids, that they had a belief, and they had a story that they had actually seen mermaids, so they believed.
They swear on everything, and I mean, they could be lying to me. They saw something, and they both, it's a husband and wife, they believe that they saw two mermaids out in the Atlantic Ocean when they were on a boat, and they said they were out deep in the ocean where face, fins, and everything, and that they were
Really?
somewhat close, and they're explaining it to me with the most serious faces. Now, they could have walked away and go, that dipshit bought it. Blah. Let's see if he
Right.
talks about it. But they
Got him.
Yes.
came
That
up.
bitch just talked about it.
Got it.
Got him.
I mean, then you're sick and twisted at that point.
Yeah.
You're talking to me in the middle of Home Depot about mermaids.
Yep.
And you're being all serious.
They are laughing their asses off right now.
God bless them. Man.
They are so amused with themselves.
Well, they came off very sincere.
Okay,
And,
yeah.
they really believed that
Yeah.
they saw something out there that was not normal.
And they didn't look like they eat mushrooms or anything.
No, they didn't say anything about drugs. Again, I didn't, go into so many
They weren't on
details.
drugs. Were you on drugs?
Oh, you're asking if I was on I would not want to be on mushrooms in Home Depot. Wait a minute, actually, I might.
Denny's! We're going to Home Depot.
Oh, I'd buy 9,000 trees.
You would wake up from a slumber and find like 10 werewolves in your yard.
I would wake up and you wouldn't even see my yard because there'd be so many trees. And yeah, right, 11-foot skeletons.
Every single one of the animated figures they have.
Yeah, so they said they saw mermaids. I don't know.
I saw a special on that, and there were a couple of theories on it. Either one, yes, mermaids are absolutely real. But they had talked about optical illusions. Sometimes when there were instances where somebody said, it's a mermaid, look at it. And they went, I think it was a seal or something like that. They say that sometimes from a distance they can give the illusion, especially with sunlight hitting their oily skin
And with
the
their
such.
tail.
It gives reflections. There was also something about the sailors that used to see it. Sometimes they would be deficient in vitamin C or things like that. They can also play tricks with the eyes.
And horny as fuck.
Yeah. So, there were a couple things that they thought why the mermaid phenomena was there. But there's a lot of people throughout the history of mankind that swear that they have seen mermaids.
Where do you all, what's your stance, yay or nay, on the possibility that mermaids are real?
I put a lot of that stuff in the unlikely category, but I would be blown away and I would love it. I'd be shocked pleasantly if it was true.
Where are you at on that?
I think you know.
Quick theory. What if it's aliens? It's not mermaids, but it's something that, look, I have a belief that the aliens are in the water and they are here on Earth.
I think that is more probable than mermaids.
So what if you saw some kind of alien-looking face come out of the water and look at you?
Maybe.
That, I'm just saying.
Maybe.
Back in the day when you started talking about aliens, you were considered crazy. It's nice to kind of not be considered crazy.
I mean, no, you are still full-fledged crazy. But
One thing at a time.
people aren't as suspicious of an individual that claims to have had an alien encounter.
Where's our stance on unicorns? Any shot.
Unicorns. No, I'm going to say probably a no. Definite no on unicorns.
Okay,
not feeling that like
What
I
about a
am.
mermaid riding a unicorn, Kevin?
I'm trying to have a
Even
serious
more
conversation. Last one, Kevin, I'll shut the fuck up.
Yep.
I probably won't, though. Dragons.
Definite no on that.
Never in the history
No.
of this earth.
No. Because, look, we're finding dinosaurs from how long ago? And the bones? We've not yet once found any dragons.
There's also shit we're finding that we never knew existed, so.
Yeah, I'm saying a definite no on that.
Okay.
Definite no on unicorns.
I don't even want to know what the fuck you think, Sinicki.
I think you know. Stupid
We don't have to go
dragon.
down that road.
She hates-
Dragons are so dumb.
Dragons are so amazing.
Dragons suck.
Could you imagine if really there were dragons in the world? What the hell would we be doing? Could you imagine you're flying in a plane and all of a sudden it gets knocked out of the sky by a dragon?
If they said 100 dragons exist throughout the planet Earth and you never know when they're going to fly around,
I'd never get on a plane
just
again.
100
Yeah.
flying around.
I go to
that
whatever
would-
corner of the world they didn't live.
It changes the way we'd have to have, instead of hurricanes, we gotta board up for the
We'd be
dragons.
tracking them. They
Board
would,
up for
yeah.
the dragon.
They'd have dragon alerts. You would be able to go on a map and see where every dragon is on the, and you'd have to try to take them out because they'd be trying to take you
Yeah,
out.
you would have to take out the dragons.
It would change the way, but maybe they're clever. They're clever dragons. We can't take them out. They're tough. They're like a Puff the Magic Dragon or Peach Dragon, where he turns invincible or invisible. Sorry, I get excited about dragons.
He has a dragon bone piece.
I know he does. You got him going. Going through the whole thing. Yeah.
Me too.
Again, bring out that cummy face.
He makes an O face for dragons.
Yeah, it's still a very unfortunate thumbnail.
Come now.
All right, thanks for all of the emails and photos. Mail at kvjshow.com. Send them to us. Got one more day to the weekend. Y'all stay safe, and our best to the people on the West Coast and up in the Big Bend area. Wishing you the best with the storm today. We'll talk to y'all soon. Goodbye.